But yeah, we don't have a fixation on peni, but it seems that Joe Dirksen, I believe, had a number of beers, and he seems to talk consistently about his small wang. And then all of a sudden, all these MMA people start emailing me, ask Carlos about his junk. It's like, I'd rather not, to be honest. But
you promised.
Yeah, I did. Anyways, so anything else, Carlos? Like have you got any interesting stories, anything from your 26 fights or your years of training, anything funny or interesting that comes to mind that you've never told anyone that you could just tell us?
Oh, well, boy, I like interesting stuff, huh? No, when I'm on the road getting ready for fight time, I get pretty much sequestered in my room, so not too much happens. Like, I really do get slapped around by my trainer, Terry Riggs, Everton McEwen, Matt Horodecki. These guys, I don't get much, much say or time to do anything. Can't get in any trouble. And yeah, they just. But after the minute the fight is over, they literally drop my bags and say, "Here, see ya." See ya.
And what do you do? Do you go get drunk? Do you go chase girls?
I pick my bags up and say, "Wait, guys."
Yeah. Well, I think even just since we started this show and since we've been fortunate enough to be around MMA and to feel fortunate to be involved in the sport, people have a certain idea of what it is, and I don't think that maybe people realize just how unglamorous it is to get to the point of being able to fight, eh?
Yeah, well,
all the hard work and
yeah, well, it is really hard. It is a lot of hard work, and I always tell my coaches sometimes, bitch and complain. I'll say, yeah, you guys keep complaining. I'm the only one in there, so and things like that. Yeah, but there is, the training aspect is very different. It is tough.
Yeah,
not for everyone.
Hey, Carlos, are you? Did you continue on with your medical training and all that? Are you continuing on to be a doctor?
Yeah, I'm still in school. I switched out of medicine. I'm now in architecture.
Okay, wow, that's cool.
Because when I was working at a hospital, I designed and built the retirement home and really enjoyed it, and decided to switch over to the field of architecture.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
It's something that really, really is very satisfying to me. I get to do a bit of everything. It's very technical. It's very artsy-fartsy. It's very hands-on, because as a fighter, you would realize I'm a very hands-on kind of person.
Well, that's cool. And then, so from that, how long until you're an architect?
It's probably going to take me. I got 5,000 hours to do as an apprentice, so it's going to take another 4 years at least.
Wow.
Okay, but you've finished the actual school?
Schooling, no. Courses are ongoing.
Okay. So you got to continue on. So how do you balance that when you're training to fight in MMA? You've got an MMA career and all the other stuff. How does this work?
Well, it was a lot. Pursuing architecture is a much easier balance for me than it was for going to med school, and for me, the architecture program that I'm in is actually very self-directed, and it's a professional program. So
cool.
You have to. I pretty much work as I'm completing my hours. So currently, right now, I'm building a house in Forest Hill, and that's something that counts towards my schooling. But at the same time, I'm the project manager, and I paid a salary on the job. So.
Oh, that's great.
Wicked,
that's very good.
Great. That's man. It's some of the most fascinating people I've ever met in my life. I met through mixed martial arts. Like the fact that you're out there doing that. It's like when somebody's sitting on their ass eating nachos and wishing they could do something, and you've been a UFC champion and you're becoming an architect. I mean, give me a break. It's amazing. Hey, speaking of off topic, but you still have your UFC belt?
Yep.
Where is it?
Oh, it's at my house.
Where do you put it? Do you have it up on display or?
No, I have it packed away.
Wow.
Yeah.
How come?
Oh, no one goes to my house. And I keep all my stuff packed away at my house. It's not really something that I take the time to display right now. I did make a mental note that once I do retire, all these things are going to a nice display case.
Cool.
For the time being, I keep it packed away and don't revel in it because I'm still competing. And so forth. So
Cool.
Yeah, for me, I like to keep it that way.
Cool. Well, Carlos, we really want to thank you for coming on the show, man. It means a lot to us, and it means a lot to the people watching. You know, you're a great fighter, and it's a pleasure to have you here. And we wish you the best of luck. W1 is Inception. It's in Gatineau at the Robert Gertan Arena, if I'm not mistaken, on March 28th.
Yep.
Yeah, and we'll be there to cheer you on and watch the fight because Robin's calling.
I'm actually the color commentary for the fight on the Fight Network, so I'll be describing your fight. I'm really looking forward to it, man.
Great. Thanks very much, guys.
Good. Thanks for coming, man.
Hey, no problem.
Okay, great. Have a great night. Thanks.
You too. Ciao.
What an interesting guy.
Cool. Yeah, classy guy, too.
Yeah, very classy guy. Not at all like Joe Dirksen.
Yeah, he won't even admit to having appropriate sized junk.
Yeah, I know, and really, like, not that I wanted to ask him that, and you know, but when you are getting emails from a number of different people saying, "Ask Carlos if it's true that he has a giant wang," it's like, okay, I will. You know, I don't have a lot of self-respect. I can ask stupid things.
And not only that, but it's also. Were they doing it because of the first couple shows?
Because of Joe and Sean Quinn.
And Sean,
classy guy, man. Like, and you know, if we're fortunate enough to keep doing this show, we're gonna have it's gonna be really interesting to get a cross section of who some of these people are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next week we have Kevin Kearns, who is strength and conditioning coach for some of the biggest fighters in America.
Right.
And we are 80% confirmed that we'll have Kenny Florian.
Right, and the only reason why we're 80% confirmed is because he's getting
tonsils out this week.
Tonsils out.
Yeah.
So he's another little kid then.
Yeah, he's going to be coming and doing a seminar at Extreme Couture Toronto. So I spoke to him about it. Said, "You want to come on our show?" And he's a totally cool guy, and he's looking forward to it. I'm hoping we can set that up by Skype.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I don't know what Skype is, but
basically, don't worry about it. Yeah. It's something technical that you won't understand. But no, it's pretty straightforward. It's just a webcam, and we pipe him in. But I think it'll be great just because he's lining up to be fighting for the UFC lightweight championship.
Yeah,
and it's great to have him on.
Man,
and
BJ Penn is going to be an angry, ornery son of a bitch.
Yeah, but you know what's amazing is that Kenny Florian, he doesn't look that intimidating, and you would think he's going to get his ass handed to him, and he does so well.
Florian has got better every fight for so long now.
It's unbelievable how well he's done.
A lot of what he's doing, too, is he's incredibly explosive. He's incredibly fit, even though he doesn't look like, he's in great shape, but he doesn't look like a beast.
Yeah, he's not cut or anything.
And he's gassed for days, and he's able to perform at such a high level. And that's partly Kevin Kearns, or probably hugely Kevin Kearns, who we're going to have on here next week as well. And Kearns is a character. He's a real character in the MMA world, and I think people are going to really like him on the show. And he's got the inside scoop on so much stuff.
Well, let's get the inside scoop from him on all those different fighters and the training techniques that he uses, because this is part of it, is being able to talk about some of the details of training. And with fighters, we'd rather just talk about stuff that's interesting about them and that kind of stuff. But when you get to talk to the trainers, I think it's really important to kind of get some of the specifics for those that are out there that are training or want to consider training or take it really, really seriously.
Or just have a real curiosity about that kind of stuff. I mean, it is
fascinating. They don't have the reach into a guy like Kearns. So let's get it on the show. So that's all the time we have. In fact,
that's it?
Yeah, I think we went over again. But so thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah,
you've been watching.
I mean, we're just lucky to be here, and we thank everybody for watching.
Right. And so you've been watching No Shit MMA on thatchannel.com, brought to you by Extreme Couture Toronto. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next week.